welcome back, or welcome to Roxy Files. This is case number 1, date July 15th, Wednesday, in 2026. Case status open. Today we're talking about a woman who followed me from the Flight 93 site. I'm sorry, what? Let me explain. For my 8th grade grad trip, I got to go to DC. So fun. I loved it so much. Basically, we had gotten there. We were walking down the runway. Well, I hate saying that. No. The path that the plane had taken, final seconds before it crashed. Down the lane, there was a boulder. There's a gate before it, but the boulder's where the plane actually hit. While we were outside, people were taking pictures. We had a tour guide who was just talking about it. And then we go inside the museum. The museum just had photos, different plaques of information. That was really cool. Then they also had phone calls. These were recorded phone calls from either people on the plane who were dying actively, or it was from loved ones calling people who were on the plane. Very sad. I personally did not listen to them because I was already in such a heightened state because of who I saw. There was a flight attendant. The flight attendant's name was Lorraine G. Bay. Sorry, the room just got really heavy. Basically, she had walked by me a few times in the museum, and I thought nothing of it. I didn't realize that she was the flight attendant at the time. I saw her, and I just kind of looked at her. She looked sad, and after a few minutes, I see her portrait on the wall. And her name just flies into my head because the names are on the other side of this wall. So they have just the pictures, and then on the other side, directly on the other side of the pictures, they have their names. And her name just flew to my mind. I said it out loud, Lorraine. And my friend, she was like, what? I was like, that's her name. And I pointed to her, and I was like, she's right there. And she was like not too far from me. She was like watching our group, because everybody was in their own little groups. It was weird. And so I hadn't talked to her much. I smiled at her because she looked sad. And we get to the next part. There was a couple different sections. So it's there's these long kind of walls full of different pieces of information. We get to the last one, which the pictures and the names is the second to last one. So we get to the last one, the phone calls. My heart just drops. I don't want to listen to it, and a lot of people didn't, and a lot of people did. It was based on preference. I just kind of waited, because part of my group was listening to them, other people were reading. That was fine. I just waited. Kind of against our, there was a black wall that was just like a regular wall, you know? I felt very connected to it for some reason. I didn't really know why. But then I saw Lorraine again. And this time she looked different. She had a different expression on her face, like she knew I could see her. And I don't know, I just kind of watched her because she's walking all around the room, and nobody notices her. She's shoulder to shoulder with some people while she's looking at what they're doing. She wasn't confused at all. She knew that people came here all the time. But we had left the museum, and she hadn't followed me back to our hotel. She did follow me onto the bus, and I didn't have any equipment with me. Otherwise, I would have asked her if she's able to leave, because my very first feeling was she wasn't able to leave. So it was really weird. So we get on the bus, and I think we're headed to the hotel. Yeah. because this was our last like activity of the day, and I see her again, walking up and down the aisle of the bus, just kind of watching over everyone. And it reminded me of how she walked like a plane. The bus reminded me of a plane aisle. And I was watching her, and I felt like that was what she wanted to do. Like, that's what she wanted to spend her life doing, was walking up and down places, just watching over people. So I watched her, and I tried communicating to her, like, just kind of whispers, and I had her like tap on things, and she wasn't communicating, so I think she just wanted to watch me, which is fine, but I did really want to learn more about her. But we get back from DC. We're at my mom's house, and she's in my room. I don't see her. I felt her, and I knew immediately, and all my equipment was in my room. So I get out a pendulum, I get out my spirit talker, I get out something else. My tarot cards and my oracle cards, I get those out. And I let her just wander, and I read the room, and I was just it was just weird because she wasn't open to communicating. I didn't know if she didn't know how. But I really needed a REM pod or a bell or something, because I think it would have been easier for her to be in direct contact with something, because that feels like the person she is. So we just kind of sit together. My room's like, it's pitch black because I was getting ready for bed. So I'm sitting on my bed. I have some different things laid out in the middle of the floor. I have 2 candles lit, and I kind of sit there just waiting for a noise or her to say something, and I just talk to her. I ask her different questions. I get no responses. That made me sad, honestly, because I wanted to talk to her. So she hasn't visited me since, but I have never felt so connected to a person. I had picked up her name immediately. I had picked up everything about her immediately. She has this very purplish green aura. She's a very light person, and I'd love to talk to her. So hopefully maybe she'll follow me on another investigation. But for now, I just will hope that she comes back and she's more willing to communicate. Anyway, that is what happened with Flight 93. Lorraine G. Bay, she's a flight attendant, and she had passed an impact. She was DOA, and she was very, very light, very happy spirit, very kind. She was very sweet to talk to. Even though she didn't say anything, I was able to talk to her, and it felt like we had an open line of communication, even though she wasn't communicating with me, which is fine. So that's my adventure with Flight 93. Let me know if you want to hear more stories. I have plenty. I'm gonna sign off now. This is Roxy After Dark, and this is case file 1. One case file. I will post more, don't worry. But I will see you in my next adventure. And this is Roxy After Dark. I will see you after dark.